Are you listening to me right now? What is up, everybody? How you guys doing today, man? I'm having a great day today, man. You know, we checking out another Larry Bird video. It can't get any better than that. You understand what I'm saying? But we're gonna be checking out Magic versus Bird, a Courtship of Rivals HD. Now, there's another video just like this one. This one is just an HD version, so we wanted to check out the one that has better quality, obviously, you know. But yeah, this is honestly gonna be my first time I'm actually checking out, like, if there is like Magic Johnson highlights, it'll be like the first one. Now, I knew Magic Johnson was great during his time and his era and stuff like that, but yeah, this will be the first time we actually like sit down and actually like watch Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, because I know there was also like they had a friendship going on too as well, you know. So yeah, with that being said, if you guys have any other videos you want me to check out, you let me know in the comment section below and I'll try my best to get to them as soon as possible. But if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button for me. We are on the road to 9K subscribers, ladies and gentlemen, and we are only 19 subscribers away from 8.1K. so if you're new, please share the video, but enough of that being said, let's begin, guys.
They talk about it every day somewhere.
Also too, I also want to point out too as well, my apologies, is that I'm gonna split this video in about 2 or 3 parts, just because this video is damn near a movie's length. It's an hour and 27 minutes. An hour and 27 minutes. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a whole video all in one take, so I'm probably gonna have to split it up in 2 or 3 parts. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But just wanted to put that out there, let you guys know about that.
If I go to a foreign country, magic, what magic? It's the same everywhere.
Put my volume a little bit up. There we go. All right, here we go, man. Here we go, guys.
To see each other. We don't have to say hello. We don't have to call each other.
That's my main competition. It's always been like that.
Man, I wish I checked out this era, bro.
This tight bond,
man, because I look at this Larry Bird like highlights, how I've been checking out on my channel and stuff, which you guys really love that series, so I really appreciate you guys showing love on that series. Yeah, it's just I kind of wish I was around during Larry Bird's time, because Larry Bird is just a straight bucket, man.
And
straight bucket.
You don't have to see him for a year or two, but you're always gonna be linked to him.
Man, bro. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson.
It's never going to be broken. I mean, right to our graves. They'll be talking about this 100 years from now.
So when was Magic Johnson drafted? Let me know, guys.
It all began here in Salt Lake City, Utah, on the night of March 26, 1979. It was the NCAA championship, Indiana State versus Michigan State, a game that still ranks as the highest-rated college final ever on television. A game that's now...
What do you say?
The highest-rated Indiana State versus Michigan State, a game that still ranks as the highest-rated college final ever on television. A game that's now remembered is a prologue to a rivalry that transformed a sport and intertwined two legacies.
Wait, so Larry Bird was part of Michigan State? Or was he Indiana?
But on that night, March 26, 1979, the first time Magic Johnson and Larry Bird ever went head-to-head on a basketball court. They were simply two young men trying to win a very big ball game.
Well, this is probably the biggest game I'll ever play in my life, and I just feel like You know, I'm representing.
Bro, Larry is young. Look at him.
In our town, Terre Haute. You know, I'm representing not only myself, my team, but we're representing our school and our town, Terre Haute.
Well, it's a dream come true, really, for me. I won the
Magic's
state
young
title
too,
back in my
man.
home state, and then my next accomplishment was going to the NCAA and playing in a game like tonight in the finals.
They were two stars.
There's no captions, by the way, guys. So yeah, sorry about that.
Playing in a game like tonight in the finals.
They were two stars thrown together by the cosmos to compete. But only one of them had been groomed for the spotlight. In his case, it seemed since birth.
I think his upbringing in East Lansing really put that smile on his face in the beginning, and it never came off.
Born August 14th, 1959.
Damn,
Grew up in
1959.
Lansing, the gritty industrial capital city of Michigan. Raised under this little roof, he was one of Christine and Irvin Johnson Sr.'s 10 kids. Christine was a school custodian, while Irvin Sr. worked 2 jobs nearly around the clock.
My father, he got up early every morning, 6 o'clock or so, and he went to work on his trash hauling truck every single day. Around noon, he would come home, catch a nap, and then he worked for General Motors for 30 years. And he won an award for never being late and never missed a day.
Man, you gotta give it. You know what, guys? At the end of the day, you gotta thank your parents so much, man, because they sacrifice so much for you to have like the best future for yourself possible, or to give you the things that you need in order to thrive in this world. Like, you gotta thank your parents. Your parents make sacrifices, man. Like, I know what it's like. I don't know what it's like to be a parent. Shit, you don't see me with a fucking mini flamer running around my videos, but not yet, at least. Now, but the point I'm trying to get at, though, guys, is like, I know what it's like to wake up early in the morning. There be days where it's just like, man, like, you don't want to go to work, but it's not about what you want. It's about what you have to do as a man. So it takes a lot, man.
Irvin displayed his own strong work ethic on the blacktop.
I was out there all day long. Before we went to school, the bus leave at 7:30. I was out there at 6:30 working on my game. My mother sometimes had to bring
wow.
me food, or she would have one of my brothers and sisters go get that boy so he could eat something.
From a very young age, Irvin knew what he wanted to do. He had it all planned out.
So this is
My dream was to play
documentary.
in the NBA and become a businessman.
The first neighborhood basketball powerhouse, Sexton High.
I knew the players, I knew the tradition. I wanted to be a part of that. And it was on the west side of town, which was at that time predominantly black.
But when Lansing,
And you know
like
what?
many-
Back during those times, too, it was very racist. It's still racist to this day, obviously, guys. I don't think that's ever going to go away, because you always got some racist-ass motherfuckers in this world. Excuse my language. But back then, it was really bad when it comes to color. I mean, they had bathrooms strictly just for black people. Like, what? Strictly just for black. Like, that's just... You pushing at that
cities in
point,
the
bro.
mid-70s began busing to desegregated school system. Irvin's journey took an unexpected detour to a predominantly white school across town.
Oh,
My
man.
first day at Everett High School was my first time I really had to understand there was a race problem. Nobody watched.
Didn't I just say that? You see, it's just part of history, man.
Would speak to anybody black, and nobody black would speak to anybody white.
A lot of racial tension, a lot of fights, rioting. They didn't want minorities there.
So messed up,
He
bro.
kind of shrugged it off, and basically his attitude was, okay, well, I'll overcome this.
Whenever there was any racial problems, the principal would get Irvin and go talk to these kids. I can just see him with his big hands. Calm down, just calm down. He'd break up fights.
Talk with his friends, tell him, let it go. We can't fight about everything. Let's just chill. Let's play basketball.
And there was no dispute over Irvin Johnson's ability to play ball. His talent was so great that soon after his varsity debut, a local reporter, dazzled by his exploits, gave the budding star a nickname.
In the beginning, I thought it was foolish and dumb. You know, I didn't know nothing about a nickname. Then what happened was, you start saying, wait a minute, it fits my game. Hanging out with my boys on the street corners, we used to sing Temptation songs. They started saying, hey man, Magic, that's cool. And then people on the street.
When you get a nickname, man, just know you on the come up, bro. When you get a nickname. Guys, and I'm not saying that because that's how some of you guys think. I'm just saying that, just speaking in fucking search up this damn word, bro.
Generality. Fuck. Man, I don't even know what I was gonna say, bro. Fuck, man. What the fuck was I gonna say, bro?
I just want to win.
Oh yeah, it's not always about stats, guys. Sometimes people just want to have a legacy of champ, like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was about stats. He just wanted to win. We will be checking out Michael Jordan soon.
Irvin loved to dress. Nice sandal belt pants and overcoats with the fur around the collar. Always had to have his afro.
Yo, that fro, man. It looked weird on him. This is what I love to see. Equality. Okay? Equality. This is what I love to see,
Some of my
man.
white friends are like, hey, man, we're having a kegger tonight. Won't you come on by? And I'm saying, what?
Oh, you in. You in. You get the invite from the white people? You're in. You're in, bro. You're in.
It's a kegger. So he said, well, what it is, we get this big keg of beer, and you just go for it. Okay. Well, what time does the kegger start? Because regular party time in our neighborhood is 10, 11 o'clock. The kegger starts at 7. I said, the party starts at 7 o'clock? And I said, okay, man, I'm going to come to the kegger. We had a good time. The music was kind of bad, but we had a good time, you know.
His senior year, Johnson did at Everett what he had planned to do at Sexton, win the state championship. And when it came to choosing a college, he decided to stay where the love would be assured, home in Lansing.
Next year, I will be attending Michigan State University.
Michigan State, wow.
At MSU, Magic's star quickly went national. But atop the college game, he soon discovered a certain presence.
Larry Bird, yeah.
The first time I saw Larry Bird was actually in a magazine. Saw his stats. Blown away by his stats. But let's see if he can really do it against us. And that's always a mindset of black players if he's a great white player.
In 1978, after his freshman year, Magic would quickly find out, when both he and Bird were chosen to play for Team USA in the World Invitational Tournament.
They would put Larry Bird and I on the same team together to scrimmage, right? It was blowing my mind because he's dominating Jack Givens, Player of the Year in college basketball. Larry Bird is eating him alive. I couldn't wait to call home to tell my boys,
nice pass.
This dude named Larry Bird is for real. This is the baddest white dude I've ever seen in my life.
Well, I thought he was very good. There's no question about it. I thought he's probably the best guard on the team.
Irvin Johnson, look at that.
I thought he was probably the best guard on the team.
Irvin Johnson, look at that.
Nice pass.
We didn't get to play a lot, but you could tell.
I think our first game was in Kentucky. We got about a 10, 12-point lead. Man, they put us in. Went to 25, 30, just that fast.
Damn.
Fast break again, 3-on-2. Griffith.
You know, guys,
Take us out.
when you got a lot of talent on a team, it's just a lot of things that you might have thought is hard, it's way much easier because you got the talent around you. Not only that you're talented, but if you have talent around you too, it's like, oh man.
By Larry Bird.
Take us out. The league go back down, put us back in.
That's Bird and Johnson.
The show start again.
When you play with Magic, there's just something about it. You want to make that extra pass. You want to get that rebound and start to break.
We came down a couple times. I go behind my back, no look to him. He no look back. We came down a couple times. I go behind my back, no look to him. He no look back to me.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I just missed it. Hold on.
He no look back to me.
That's nice. That is nice. That is nice. Wow, that's nice. Pass it to Larry Bird. Larry passes it to him.
This guy got game.
They had some wonderful moments on the court, but they probably spoke to each other 4, maybe 5 times during that entire time period, and it was more like, hello, how are you this morning, Larry? I'm good, Magic. What'd you have for breakfast? Don't remember. Have a nice day.
But
you know, it is like that. Some people that you meet in your life, that's how, you know, things started. Like shout out to my boy Kev. You know, I knew him back in middle school. We used to play basketball together, right? And it just went from, like, long story short, it just went from saying what's up, because, like, we had, like, a squad of basketball kids, you know? So we used to say what's up, and I knew him because of that. And then from there, I mean, the rest is just history. And then, yeah, here we are today. But it started from there, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would start out small, and then over time, you just keep building on that, and then you get like this one day, man. So I'll say that story for another time, like complete detail.
This was hardly strange coming from Larry Bird, who was not only one of college basketball's best players, but also its biggest enigma.
I think he was a mystery to the extent that he wanted to be a mystery. He didn't enjoy doing interviews. He didn't go out of his way to do them. He wasn't particularly good at them. He was kind of like, hey, this is who I am. You want to know who I am? Watch the game. That's who I am.
I start to read materials that
I like that, yeah.
And you don't enjoy talking to newspaper people.
Well, you know, there's different kind of newspaper people. There's people that try to push you. You know, there's people try to get things out of you. Things going.
Yo, so where the hell did Larry's freckles go? Larry didn't have freckles.
Try to get things out of you. Things don't even pertain to basketball, and them are the type of people I like to stay away from.
He didn't want people talking about his family. He didn't want his mother to have to deal with that, or his siblings to have to deal with that.
You got to remember where Larry came from. You know, Larry was raised in a 2 or 3 room house on a railroad track. Their family probably lived on $50 a week. He was raised tough.
Damn.
Larry Joe Bird grew up in southern Indiana, in the twin towns of French Lick and West Baden. The Valley, as locals call it, was a tough working-class area. Tiny and remote, it was one of the poorest places in the state.
I didn't know that people made millions.
Larry Bird was
poor? I
poor?
had a family car. I was in my own cocoon. I was in a small town with the people I knew, and I thought I'd live there for the rest of my life.
Arriving Pearl Harbor Day, 1956, Larry was
Live there for the rest of my life.
Arriving.
Does Larry ever change? Like, when you're born a baby, your face changes later on as you age in life. This dude looked like how he was in the NBA. He looks exactly. Dude, Larry barely, like, his face does not change, bro. That's how you know there's something special about this dude, if he's not changing like
Larry
that, bro.
was the 4th of 6 kids born to Georgia and Joe Bird.
Wow, 6 kids.
Early on, he and his older brothers earned a reputation around the valley.
We were always considered troublemakers. We're either fighting amongst ourselves or there was always one of us fighting somebody. Larry was always one that kind of instigated things, you know.
If I get my brother in a fight with somebody his age, I was happy as hell, because I like to see him get beat up, and that's just the way it was. If I got in a, I like to see him get. If I get my brother in a fight with somebody his age, I was happy as hell, because I like to see him get beat up.
Yo, it just. Yo, Larry is crazy, bro. You see, Larry's just that type of dude. He's like, I'm cool with you, but don't mess with me. You mess with me, bro, I'm going to bring that hood out of me. You know where I was from? I was from the south side of Indiana. Yeah, down where we lived on $50 a month. Yeah.
Just the way it was. if I got in a scrape with some kid,
scrap,
and my brothers didn't come to my side, they knew that when he got home, my dad was going to whip him.
Larry and my dad were best of friends. They done everything together. When my dad would go out to my grandma's house, Larry would always go with him. They'd go fishing, do a lot of things together.
But Joe Bird also had a darker side, stemming from a traumatic tour of duty in Korea.
Larry remembers waking up in the middle
He
of
fought
the
in
night
World
hearing
War
his
II?
father's blood-curdling screams from the nightmares he had had from the war. What happened to his father in the war affected his entire life. He was never able to quite get rid of whatever those demons were.
Wars traumatized you. I think his father was traumatized, bro.
A talented craftsman, Joe Bird struggled to hold steady jobs. And even when he was working, his demons would, on occasion, drive him to the bottle.
There were times when Joe went out with the guys and had a few beers and the wages didn't come home that night. And that didn't happen every day. It happened once in a while, but when money is as tight as it was for the Birds, once in a while was a major problem for their family.
My mom sometimes worked late, and sometimes she had 2 jobs, but that's the way it was. I worked at school during my lunch hours, worked at the local grocery store, put up hay in the summer. I mean, if you wanted money, you had to get it on your own.
Damn, bro.
Young Larry,
get out of the
actions
mind.
spoke louder than words.
He was very quiet, kind of hung to himself a little bit.
I saw Larry take an F in an English class because he had to get up in front of his peers and give a speech. He said, I won't do it. But he just could not get up in front of his friends and talk. He was that shy.
Of course, next thing you know, when he knew it was time for all of us together at the gymnasium, well, there he'd be. The minute he'd get a basketball in his hand, things were totally different.
Basketball was just, it came to me, seemed like easy. I didn't have the quickness, I didn't have jumping ability. I just thought the game out.
By his senior year
Smart
at Springs
player.
Valley High, Larry Bird had sprouted into a star. But Bird was from the Valley, hardly a hotbed of talent in the big-time world of Indiana hoops.
The first thing they say, well, they don't play nobody down there. He's from French Lick. They don't play nobody.
I think that put a chip on his shoulder, always having to...
They don't play nobody.
I think that put a chip on...
Them haters is always going to say something, man. They always going to say something because they don't like to recognize real. They don't like to give respect for where it's due. They don't want to give you your respect to success. They want to see you fail. That's what they respect. They respect, like your downfall, not your come up. They're respecting the opposite of what they should be doing. This is why I can't stand haters, bro. Like, literally, they could go up a chicken's ass for all I care, because it's like, why are you even hating on you can't just give some support or show some type of love, but instead you want to be thinking negative. Like, your brain is messed up, dude. You must have got thrown off a trash or a building or something, bro. Like,
on his shoulder, always having to prove who he was.
Like, I hate people like that, man. It's just so stupid, bro.
They don't play nobody.
I think that put a chip on his shoulder, always having to prove who he was and how good he was.
He was good enough for Indiana University's Bobby Knight to come calling late his senior year. And folks in the Valley couldn't have been prouder. Their local hero was heading 60 miles north to play ball for one of the best college teams in the land.
Once I got to IU, it didn't take long to realize that I was out of my cocoon, had over 30-some thousand students, that I didn't have the funds. First week and a half, I thought, man, this ain't gonna work.
Damn.
He left after 24 days.
24 days?
Didn't talk to me for 2 months, but it didn't matter what other people said. To this day, I don't care.
And let me tell you guys that's what it's about. Chase your look. You paying attention? You hear me? You hear me? Are you listening to me right now? Chase your dreams. Chase your own life. Do whatever you want to do. Don't let nobody stop you. I don't care if this person says that you're not going to make it in love. Yo, I don't care. Do you hear me? You're going to do whatever you feel is best for yourself, and it's going to get you in the best position for you to succeed in your goals, in your achievement, in life, in whatever you're trying to do. If you're trying to make it right and you know the end goal, just go get it, man. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody bring you down, bro. Seriously. Seriously. Because now we live in a messed up world where a lot of people is just, they want to bring you down. Don't let that affect you. Just keep going, bro. You're right there. You're so close. You never know how close you would truly be unless you just keep going, bro. Keep going, man.
Back
keep
in
going.
French Lick, Bird took to working for the city, hauling trash and painting park benches. Meanwhile, by that winter, his father's demons had taken him to an even darker place.
By this point, Joe and Georgia were divorced, and he was behind in his payments to the family. The police came by, and of course they all knew him. So Joe said, hey, I need a few hours to get my affairs together before you take me away. So he called Georgia, and he said, you guys will be better off without me, and I'm going to take my life. And he put the phone down, and he killed himself. He shot himself.
Wow,
Passed,
man.
you know, it hurt Larry. I mean, that was his best friend. Is gone now. But Larry
That's
didn't
sad,
show
man.
it a lot.
He just didn't say much. You know, he just kind of held it within. I've never heard him speak out about it at all.
Poor Larry.
I was mad when I heard about it, and I was madder after the funeral because I thought he sort of cut out on us during a tough time. But you know, he went through a lot in his life. He did what he had to do.
If Bill Hodges hadn't been as persistent as he had been, Larry Bird might never have existed in any of our minds. I believe that with all my heart. I really do.
It was Bill Hodges, a young coach from Indiana State University, who convinced Bird to give college hoops another shot. So with a promise to his mom to graduate, Bird headed to Terre Haute and ISU, a school that never so much had been to the NCAA tournament.
Once I started playing, it's the same old thing. You know, he's at a small school and he ain't playing against anybody, which is fine. Still dominated.
Wherever Hoosiers gather, they no longer talk of weather. Indiana has a new state bird. Now his claim to fame is just the way he plays the game. Indiana has a new state bird.
This dude been doing it since college. That's crazy, bro.
Hey Larry, take a bow. Indiana has a new state bird.
You notice how there's no three-point
He
line?
led tiny ISU as a senior to a 33-0 record and a spot in the '79 title game. Larry Bird had become, alongside Magic Johnson, the talk of college basketball. Just a year after sharing the court on Team USA, they were back together.
I don't care what level is at. 33-0 is extremely tough, man.
And the day before the big game, Magic couldn't wait to greet his old playmate.
Indiana State was on practicing, and we were waiting in the tunnel. We got there early. I wanted to definitely say hello to Larry, you know. When they came through, it was like nobody was saying nothing. I wanted to go toward him, like his guys, like made sure that he didn't say nothing. And then they kind of started snickering, like, Michigan State, you in trouble. We're going to kill you guys tomorrow.
I probably did snub him. I don't remember it, but I'm sure I did. I didn't want any, you know, like I call it love fest, hugging and slapping high fives with opponent. You're there for a reason. You're there to win a game.
That just said it's on now.
It is Indiana State against Michigan State. I'm Bryant Gumbel, and the fans here are going bananas.
I mean, let's face it, if Larry Bird were black and came from Chicago, it wouldn't have been as big a deal. They were polar opposites. One black, one white, one outgoing, one shy. That was the charm of the attraction.
The Bird against Magic. All of the superlatives.
The Bird.
All of them have been
Heading into the tournament, Magic was the bigger star. But by tip-off, it was Bird, having hardly missed a shot in the semifinal, who had become the focus of fans, and more importantly, of Michigan State.
We actually had 2 men on Larry everywhere he went.
There he is, Dick. Look at they have him sandwiched in.
Damn.
I'm surprised they didn't play a box on one. You know, 4 guys on Larry and 1 on the other 4, because they didn't have a lot of talent. You know, if you stop Larry, you pretty much stop them.
Look at the pressure around him. 2, 3 men, and he's short.
I didn't play well at all. Biggest game of my life, I didn't play well.
Way short.
Damn.
Our length and our size, our jumping ability was able to bother him.
Bird hanging. Can't score.
I didn't shoot well. Missed, I think, 3 free throws.
Larry Bird has had a cold shooting night.
I battled him, but I didn't have it.
Damn. Damn, bro.
Michigan State University, national champions, 1979.
Magic, not only were you a leader on offense, I thought you did a great job on Larry Bird in the zone denying him the ball.
Yes, Coach gave us a good game plan to go against Larry Bird, and all we had to do was go out and do it. That's what we done.
And congratulations, Super Bowl game.
Wow, man. But you know, like I said, I think I said in the last video, I respect Magic Johnson because the good thing is that him and Larry go way back, but they respect each other's game. They respect each other for the type of players they are. Like, I like that respect aspect. They recognize real, bro. They ain't fake people. You know, they're not fake people, man.
It was over, you know. That was my 4 years. I was done. You know, it still hurts. And when you win 33 in a row and you walk into the
lose,
game,
yep.
you never know what to expect. But I expect to win. We didn't win. Toughest loss I ever took.
Damn.
I knew it was going to haunt him forever because we were going to see each other a lot.
The National Basketball Association, in its 33rd season, is troubled by diminishing crowds and declining television ratings, signs that fan interest may be waning.
If college basketball was flourishing at the end of the 1970s, the pro game was crumbling. After the golden era of Bill Russell and Jerry West in the 1960s, a merger with the ABA in 1976 had led not only to new teams, but a new temperament.
Damn! Wait a minute, hold on.
In the 1960s, a merger with the ABA in 1976 had led not only to new teams, but a new temperament.
I thought Shaq was the only one to break the backboard. What the frick? Bro!
ABA in 1976 had led not only to new teams, but a new temperament.
Why have I never seen this clip before, bro? Oh, shit. My bad, guys. Damn, my damn phone, bro. Sorry about that. We're back.
Renegades with individuals.
Bro, why have I never seen that clip before, though?
Plausibly, I think that it was too black a league for the United States of America in the late 1970s.
You think about the Knickerbockers at the time. The running joke was it was the Knickerbockers. You know, that's what it was. It was the N-word.
It's turning off a lot of white customers that are coming to the game, you know.
Why?
I think there's a conflict between the white and the black, and I don't enjoy going to basketball and seeing all black players.
I mean, I think when they said too black, they meant not just in terms of color, but in terms of style. Let me get mine, and the hell with yours.
Basketball for us was about the best moves. You wanted to be that big player that everybody talked about. You wanted to be the one. You didn't think about championships or team play.
And those were just the issues on the court.
The NBA had this image of an all-black league with a bunch of guys who did drugs. The teams were losing money, and they had no sponsors. And that's pretty much a death knell right there.
It's a known fact that you need your white superstars. You just need more white ball players on the team for the white fans to identify with.
And in the newest member of the Boston Celtics, that's exactly what the league appeared to be getting.
There's hope he can help solve professional basketball's difficulties, which some say are compounded by a question of black and white.
The great white hope. What does that mean?
Well, you know, it's very hard to say because there's a lot of great white players around, and I just hope that I can just fit in as well as some of them that has fit in.
He ran away from that designation. He made it very clear, almost from day one, that he was not the great white hope.
You know, the great players are the black players, and they're the best.
Such deference meant little to black Celtics like Curtis Rowe, Sidney Wicks, and Cedric Maxwell, who looked at Bird and saw not the great white hope, but another case of great white hype.
He didn't impress me no more than any white guy I've ever seen play before. I think that you would say that most black players at the time were racist, in the sense that you did not think that you could find a white guy who could play better than any black guy.
I'll walk in the first.
But you know, I get where they're coming from. Like, let's be real. Do you really see any white guy during that time playing like a black person? Most likely not. I mean, you got a few greats here and there, Jerry West and stuff like that, but like a lot of them was black. Let's be honest now, guys. Let's be honest. Is that a fair point? At least that I know of. I may be wrong, but that I know of at least.
Them guys were on the floor stretching, and here comes the white savior, here comes this, here comes that. I sort of enjoyed it because I knew I was going to battle them all day. But Curtis and Sidney didn't last long. They didn't even make it through the first practice, and they were cut.
Damn.
And that was just Cedric.
I'm thinking, oh, he's slow, he can't get off a shot. He's not that strong. This is going to be a layup. Bam, knocks down a jump shot. Okay, maybe that was luck. Gets the ball again. Bam, knocks down another jump shot. Now I'm thinking like, okay, hey, you know what? I'm gonna D this guy up. I'm gonna show him what it's like. 20 feet away. Bam. 25 feet away. Bam. My mind just goes something. Damn, this white guy can play.
It was a good thing, too. The storied Celtics might have been the winningest team in NBA history, but they were fresh off their worst season in 30 years.
Damn.
And in Bird, they had a player who was not only supremely talented, but tough enough to take on any challenge.
I always played like everybody in the world was against me. I thought everybody was against me. You should think. I always played like everybody in the world was against me.
Bro, that nigga choked Larry, bro. Larry just started swinging. What? Yo.
You should think up things to get me rattled before a game.
Damn.
Off the floor. One night, somebody was giving one of his buddies a hard time, and Larry went over and, said, hey, this is my friend, and this guy was a pretty good-sized guy. By golly, they go out back, and the guy turns and says something to Larry, and Larry hit this guy, and I caught him. Hit him so hard, I go, whoa. He was from the old school, and I hit him so hard, I go, whoa. He was from the old school, and that's how he played.
Larry Bird plays it.
Yo, bro, I mean, like I said, Larry really sacrifices his body, man. Gets a lot of credit for that. He gets a lot of credit from me on that.
There was no
oh, yeah. Yo, that photo was crazy.
There was nothing smooth about Larry. New Englanders like that. They're hardworking people. They like, that's how people view them, and that's what Larry was.
Larry Bird follows his own shot.
They also like winners. And when Bird led the Celtics to the NBA championship in just his second season,
wow,
he was finally one of those too. Boston loved Larry Bird. It just wasn't so clear at first how much Bird loved the city back.
There's only one place I'd rather be, French Lick. Thank you.
Man, Larry was almost agoraphobic in his treatment of anything outside his hometown.
He wanted to be the Wizard of Oz. He wanted to intimidate people and keep them at bay. The further we are away from each other, the more I like it.
I had a nice little house. I had.
So it seems like Larry didn't really like the spotlight, really. Like he'll do his thing. He doesn't mind probably talking to a reporter or something, but he'll try his best to stay away from the spotlight. You know, like he doesn't really want all that attention and stuff. Humble. I mean, that is a definite. That's humble. He humble, man. Like
my little yard. I want to go from there to practice back. If we had a game coming up, I want to go there, the game, and back home. It was all basketball. My whole life was basketball.
If he was just sitting there with just me, you were looking around mumbling, trying to find things that we had in common that we could talk about. Now we started talking about basketball, started talking about players. It was, you know, it was great. U.S. history? No.
You know, we forced passes, we made errors down the stretch.
Daily events? No.
I made the shot, and from then on we was up by 2, and they had to get back in the game, which they did.
Politics? No.
Try to not do anything I can't do or do no more than what I can do. I just go out and try to do my basic game.
He proudly dubbed himself
Larry with the mustache.
But those who played him for simple did so at their own peril.
One of the great ways, I think, of winding up with no money in your pocket is to think Larry Bird is dumb. Syntax is not intelligence. Unlettered is not stupid.
He's got a great sense of humor. He just didn't show that to people. That didn't mean he didn't have it.
He did, however, allow the public one small indulgence.
You could come out on Saturday and watch him mow his lawn.
Huge crowd started to stop. Larry Bird's cutting grass in front of his house.
Okay.
He's mowing.
Okay, that's insane, bro. Imagine just pulling up. Yo, let's go watch Larry Bird mow the grass. Okay, that you're pushing at that point. Come on now, bro. You're gonna pull it to another man's house to watch him mow the lawn. The fuck is up with my damn language today, man? Like, is it too late or something? Do I need to go to sleep? What is going on, bro?
Come on, in the springtime.
Larry is about doing things himself, and I think it's one of the things that made him so beloved in Boston.
But as Bird navigated through his new world, he still had one eye fixed on a familiar foe in a faraway land.
Magic Johnson. You know what, guys? I'm gonna stop it right here. The video is already 42 minutes and counting as we speak right now. I'm gonna cut this short right here. We're gonna go on to part 2. So if you reach to the end of this video, thank you guys so much, and make sure you guys have post notifications on, so that way when I drop part 2, you guys can be, you know, like the first one to tune in. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in part 2. Thank you guys so much for going crazy on the Larry Bird videos. I love you guys so much. And with that being said, it's your boy Flamo. Tune into the next part, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, turn on the post notifications. And we're on the road to 9K subscribers, so share the video, please. It would really help a lot.